got my hydrogen bottle back now. Oh, there we go. My door's half survived.
I've survived.
The hanger.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. I've survived. Okay, sound seems to be working on the stream. That's a good thing. So I says to Mabel, I says,
Why don't you?
why don't I? You keep cutting out, Alpha.
Yeah, your audio is really weird.
You standing next to the microwave again? You standing in the microwave again?
Hang on. Nah, maybe sensitivity was too low.
Might have been.
Could be that.
Could be just generic pebcac.
What if I do this? That'll probably make it better.
What about if I did this? Oh. We just hear a detonation. What about if... Uh-oh.
Evening, everyone.
Good evening, Rob.
Good evening.
You are
Rob?
way too early. Can you go away
yeah,
for
what
3
the
minutes
hell?
and
Yeah,
come
seriously, Rob, what the hell?
I just wanted to be different today.
back? You can't tell me what to do.
Who are you and what have you done with Rob?
I hate him.
Oh.
I served his liver with fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Oh,
That's a great way to prove.
Before I do anything, I've got to reconnect my power. I just got fucked up, Rob.
Oh no.
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
This was my base.
Oh.
Was past tense, yes.
Oh. We can rebuild it. We have the technology.
Yes, correct.
Damn, that was intense.
Yep. This guy over here was the culprit.
Yeah. That he invited to his base.
Well,
Oh.
not in.
You
I thought
invited
it
to
would-
your base.
Yeah, I thought it would be okay.
Did you?
I was wrong.
It's all just a misunderstanding.
Well, I mean, yeah, the artillery shells being fired into his base were definitely a big misunderstanding.
Mm. They were fireworks of friendship, with addition Show measures.
Fireworks of friendship. Oh, I love it. Alrighty. Okay, so session 9, guys.
Get that up, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. So getting cracking straight into it. Recapping on last week. To start the night off, we had Rotclaw and Marvin trying to get across the raging river that had cut through the industrial area that you were in. Collectively decided that trying to do this sober was not a good idea. When crossing some sketchy power lines used as a makeshift road for themselves. Rotclaw and Marvin managed to then make their way to B&R Recycling, where Abby and Hal were continuing to search. And the group joined together in the most magnificent of ways, punctuated by a detonated landmine. While this was going on and exploring the said recycling center, Abby almost lost a hand. Luckily, she was wearing her power armor when the doorknob of one of the doors that she attempted to open exploded with spikes, jamming themselves inside the metal hand of the power armor she was wearing. The group then, after reconvening, continued through the building, found that there were some people entrenched inside that were using it as a hideout of sorts. They then threatened the group, which the group responded by attacking with serious prejudice. After setting off a series of traps along the way, Hal decided to get up on the roof, peeling back a small section of the corrugated iron. He then performed his aerial bombing run, dropping frag grenades and Molotovs into the room with the people, causing umpteen damage to this building. But after these people tried to escape, they managed to secure the premises with one last Molotov thrown from the roof by Hal, which then cooked the people trying to run away. From there, the group tried to rescue the building half-heartedly by lifting up the rest of the roofing to no avail. So deciding that was too difficult, everybody decided to regroup at the demountable office building at the front, and allowed half of the building to burn down, with what they considered to be the important half and the special items salvaged. The group left the place to burn. Now, an artist's rendition might look something along these lines. So it is at this point at night where the group was deciding, after Rotclaw checking a woman's health that had been previously imprisoned by Hal, by way of 50 caliber shells to the chest,
pretty much
multiple. Decided that she was not alive, removed her head, removed her hands, and then
Confirmed.
wanted to sleep for the night. So at this point in the
In the same room, using her head as a pillow,
that's disturbing.
if I
So
recall correctly.
Rotclaw
Something
lying
along
on the
those lines.
couch, cradling the head. Sorry?
Sorry, I heard lying on the couch, so I immediately thought drinking a beer and chewing.
Yes. So the group was wanting to settle down for a night of rest before continuing to look for the
That is fine.
sawmill nearby. That after speaking to Captain Lewis, he has confirmed is your next targeted area. Is there anything special you would like to do tonight, or are you happy to rest until morning?
I'm happy to rest until morning.
Mhm.
But
I
if
wish
it's
to
at
sleep.
night,
I'll run analysis of the power armor.
So you've gone back out
A couple of hours.
into the yard, spent a little bit of time out there.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not that far away. I mean, fuck, it's just next to the crane. So.
Yeah, it's. I'm merely asking: are you simply settling down for the night, or are you spending a couple of hours out there?
Well, I mean, I've got a fusion core that will fuel me for the entire, until the heat death of the universe. So, do I really ever settle down? No.
You do. You have overworked your system quite considerably today.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, you're
It's
at
fine.
you're at one level of exhaustion, so just reminding you that it is in your best
Understand.
interest.
I'll
But
I'll spend just a couple of hours,
Mhm.
say 2 hours, analyzing the power armor for
Yep.
Is the robot recharger? Do I need a robot recharger that's compatible with me specifically, or can I recharge at the Protectron station that was in the shed?
You'd basically be able to plug yourself into any PowerPoint. The Mr. Handies
Hmm.
were built to be household units. They didn't necessarily need anything specific. So anywhere that you can find that has power will be sufficient there. So if you want to use the Protectron pod, you can
And-
push him out of the way.
Yeah, that would be my intention after an analysis of the.
Okay. Well,
Um,
first thing to go over the power armor pieces, because it wasn't a full power armor frame. It was bits and pieces to make up a set of power armor. If I can get you to give me an intelligence plus repair roll, please.
All right, intelligence plus repair. That's a 3, which somehow I have one success by some sort of miracle.
One success. So you managed to find, by picking through some of these pieces, there is enough scraps that you think would be able to get Abby's power armor up and running properly. There is some servos that are in a proper state. It would still take a little bit of work from perhaps Marvin, Rusty, Gavin or Heidi back at base. Any of them would need to spend some time on it, but they would be able to be installed. Let me just double check what the name of that particular item is.
Yeah, certainly my sobriety subroutine is throwing up some fucking error codes around Marvin, so I'm not super excited about giving the boss's armor to him.
Yeah. So just add one power armor parts to your inventory.
Yeah, right.
And
might be easier said than
perhaps when you get back to base, they can be applied.
I'm gonna throw 9 cigarettes on the floor.
So the 9 previously lit cigarettes.
They can be relit.
Okay. You're just leaving them on the floor? Not a problem?
Yeah, just chucking them on the ground. I
Okay.
do in like weird manifestation of self though. HAL 9001.1, which you might recall is my 1/20th scale animatronic figure of HAL 9001. Pops up on my good hand and says to me, "Oh, that's a waste of cigarettes. You may have to smoke all of them tonight." So what I'm going to do while I'm in my pod for the rest of the night is I'm going to smoke those 9 cigarettes and enjoy it. Previously lit,
How
9
how exactly does Hal smoke cigarettes? Lacking a
I was
mouth.
gonna say he can't. Yeah.
Now we've ascertained that your methane port is exit only.
Well, no one else is there, so I don't. It's like a tree. It's like a tree falling in the woods. If no one comes over there, I don't have to describe. Turns out there's actually a midget inside every Mr. Head.
It's not even a real AI. It's just some dude from the Philippines.
Named Jamal.
All right. So you
Just a
spend your
handless man.
you spend
Interacting is very
the time in the Protectron pod. I'm assuming hotboxing these cigarettes because that is an enclosed. Like the glass doors come around once you go inside.
I can't get in there, so it's no. The door's open.
You reckon the door's open on that? Okay.
Yeah, it'd have to be, sadly,
Mhm.
from the hot boxing perspective. But that's all right. We've got a professional hot boxer on our team already, so it's fine.
That's correct. All right. So you're holding on to some power armor parts.
Yeah, I've
for
got them in inventory.
Abby, excellent. Now, when it comes to spending the night in a full recharging station, HAL 9001, you can restore your health back to full and remove your level of exhaustion the next morning. Now, is anybody else wanting to do anything tonight? Marvin?
Yeah, I only had one person.
What's my health? No, I'm good.
Okie dokie. So you all settle down to a long, uninterrupted mess. Eventually, the sounds of the rain get heavier initially. The sounds of the flames in the background die off with some sizzling noises, and just before daybreak, the rain finally stops.
Thank
That has been
God.
incessant for the better part of a week now.
The sound of those burning people was keeping me up all night.
So you awake, feeling refreshed, but hungry. So everybody will need to consume 1 ration and 1 water for the previous 24 hours.
Ration.
So it is about 800 hours on the 9th. You eat your meager breakfast, drink your water, and look outside to a very grey and overcast day. Seeing off in the distance, the floodwaters are starting to recede slightly, but it's going to take some time before that really clears. Your last instructions from Captain Lewis were to locate the sawmill nearby and get that up and running. So how are you wanting to go about locating that?
We get Hal to go up
Is there
to
a
the top
printout?
of the building.
Yeah, so what are we looking at here in terms of terrain? Is there like a main road we're on? Are we in like suburbia? What are we like? Is this like the only road?
You're
what are
in
we-
an area that is essentially it's a grid pattern of roads.
Yeah, right.
Through just a large flat industrial estate.
Yeah, okay.
So about the only point of difference
well,
is the
here's
large drainage channel that ran through the middle of this industrial estate that is now that raging river.
Now, while you can have me go on a roof and have a look, I'd suggest, however, someone who has not absolute garbage perception do it. Just a thought.
Boss, what do you want us to do?
I would say I'm going up then.
Strong decision leader.
All right, so Abby,
Would you like me to
you're
accompany you, ma'am? Hold your hand.
so Hal was asking if you would like any company while attempting to find what you were looking for.
Sure, you can act as a stepping stool.
Yes, ma'am. And I do my best to create things for you to walk on, even when not necessary.
So
Would you like to stomp on my methane port, ma'am?
An outstretched limb would be great.
And I, of course, create stairs with my limbs. Be careful of that hand. It's holding a lit grenade, ma'am.
Why?
Just did things go a little bit south. That's my dead man switch.
All right, do I get up on the roof?
So you climb to the top of the roof. On the good side of the building, are you standing near the edge that has melted?
Oh, it sounds like a dangerous place to be.
Look, any part of this roof
I'll
is going to be
hover over
dangerous.
and just have a little peer in. You said the roof had collapsed.
Yes.
So maybe while Abby's having a look, I will, because obviously I'm a bit more stable than others, so I might like float over and just have a little cheeky little glance over the edge if you like. See if there's any wounded that can see me looking at them, and then I can like float away in like this cold-hearted manner.
So what you find is that that half of the building has been completely gutted by fire. The roof has caved in, and that's what has basically led to the fire being put out in each section. The first two sections that you'd already been in, just miscellaneous wreckage. Nothing much that you can see that really stands out. A couple of metal bed frames in one of them. In the last room, you see the extremely charred pieces of corpses. So there is clearly bits of corpses all over the room, as if something had gone off inside and then had caught fire in one or another.
Yeah. Any intact hands on those corpses?
You might find some bits of charred ones. You want to roll a d4 for me?
No. Nah, all or nothing. I'm not interested.
All or nothing. You're not going to. You're going to spend a bit of time, and you're not going to find much in there. Most of them have been blown apart. So
No, I'm not going in there anyway. I'm just peering down.
yeah, what it looks like is that there was about a dozen people were inside this room, give or take.
It's all right. I don't really care. I'm just looking to see if there's hands or not. If I can't see any hands, I'm floating back to Abby.
No easily
I couldn't
locatable
care
hands.
less about the fleshies.
So,
okay.
Abby, at this point, we're just looking out over the area, and you're searching for what in particular to locate this sawmill?
Something that may indicate lumber.
So if you
Find
can
some
give me
wood.
Could be big piles of wood.
a perception and outdoorsman roll.
Got wood.
Hal, are you assisting with this?
No.
Was this? Oh, it's the D20s, isn't it? Go here. 12 and a 3.
Okay, so your 3 is 1 success. You spot in the distance, not too far away, probably about 5 or 6 blocks from where you are, is what appears to be a large area that has been cleared out. It's got one building in the middle, and what could be lumber piles that you're seeing. So if you'd like to head out, you've got a direction to go. Are you communicating this to the rest of the group?
All right, guys, we have a direction, so off we go.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything else that anybody's doing before
Right away, ma'am.
leaving?
Might I suggest we take the car, ma'am?
Does it work?
I believe it does. Certainly the people that I exploded last session thought it did. It might be
Okay.
might be a good way to transport Marvin while he is tweaking. Though I'm not sure who's going to drive. It may have to be the tweaker driving the tweaky. Given
All
that
right.
I
No
believe 3 of
tweaking yet.
All right, let's get packed up and we will leave at 0900 hours.
very good, ma'am. In 2 minutes.
All right. So you want to take a look at the vehicle that the 3 people were going for before being horribly incinerated to death?
Yeah.
So you've already analyzed this vehicle. You know that there's no keys in it. You know that it has recently moved. So it's most likely that it can run. You currently don't have a way of starting it.
Well, those bodies will probably have a key.
Hmm.
You said it was an old ute, you know.
Yeah, it's
We can
essentially a
probably
repair van.
hotwire it anyway.
Yeah.
Probably start it with a screwdriver.
So
Looking at them all too.
are we looking
Alright.
at the bodies? Are we trying to jumpstart this thing? What are we doing?
Al, help me look through the bodies first. Let's see if we can find the key.
No problems. I'll assist him in looking for a key on the body.
Yep. So going through the pockets of each of them, they've got bits and pieces of gear. You do turn up a couple of rations. So each person can have 2 rations and 4 water.
4 each.
4 water each, 2 rations each.
Okay.
Yep. And then also, you notice that they're wearing metal armor. It's patchwork. A couple of them did have weapons as well. And in the pockets of one, Hal, you do find a set of keys that looks like that would fit this ute.
Can I run that through my key array and see if it matches any of the ones that I found.
Sorry, you dropped out there. What was that?
I run that through the array of keys I had stored, and I assess whether or not it matches any of the keys that I stored it in the other house.
It did not match any of the keys that you've previously looked at.
I create a new row in the array then. But then I give it to what's the face, Tweaky.
Tweaky?
Pop it in the car and give it a turn.
Yep. So she starts straight away. This vehicle is maintained to a point that you haven't seen since leaving the NCR, apart
And
from
filled with
NCR
fuel.
vehicles. So she is electric, has a full fusion core.
Fusion bat.
Fusion bats, yes. Turns over easily. So if you'd like to, you can take this vehicle.
All right, everyone, load in. Hal, you can just float
Is it you?
behind, can't you?
This is going to be the
I'll-
Scooby-Doo
I'll-
thing again.
I'll do a
It's-
ghosty. Yeah, no, I'll ghost it. That's fine.
So Hal can float along.
Can he float on top of the car?
It's going to be crowded because you've got a suit of power armor sitting up on top at the back. You've got Rotclaw would be about the same, taking up the same real estate, and then Hal 9001 holding on somewhere.
Yeah, because remember last time we did this, it was a fuel tanker, not a. Is it a sedan or a
Yeah.
ute? Sorry?
This is a ute that's got like a full
Oh, yeah.
covered back that's got all like tool chests and things like that in it.
Oh yeah, well the power armor can ride in the back.
Yeah.
The boss can ride in the back.
So you can get it running. It's not going to be the quickest thing in the world, but it will work.
Might I suggest we tie the super mutant to the car and then make him run?
I don't think he's that fast.
Definitely not that fast.
Very good. That would be my preference, ma'am.
All right. So you start the car, you load everybody up, head out into the street.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Start heading
wouldn't be
towards
gone
where they
quick
saw
anyway.
the potential lumber mill.
So Abby, on your way through, if you can roll just a d20 for me. Rolled a 4. Okay. So you make your way through and come upon Pioneer Lumber. You can see the sign from a couple of blocks away, standing out.
One company town.
So
As if I knew all along.
that's it. So you arrive at the southern edge. There's a road in that leads around the yard through the main building and then back out again. Presumably for logging trucks to be able to do a full circuit without having to back in.
Efficient.
Arriving here, what would you like to do?
Staring at house. Just looking at the group also in general. So, no fires this time.
No promises this time.
Oh no.
So, my routines are executed at the command of the leader. Having a problem with me is having a problem with our leadership. And that makes a problem with me. It's a vicious circle.
Giving pleading eyes to.
And
not
Glenn, my
Randy.
audio is okay if you.
All right, let's go and have a look around and make sure the place is clear.
Defeated sigh. All right.
Okay, are you driving the ute straight in, or are you hopping out and...
I think maybe we should leave the ute back here in case gunfight or an explosion goes off while we're in the area.
Well, you're at the wheel.
All right, so just
All right,
pulling
no
up
one
at the
else is
entrance?
complaining.
Yep.
Yep. So I'm parking the car. I'm
Mhm.
keeping it in it. Locking it so I go, wow, just making sure this is a safe area. No one's gonna jack my car.
Nobody's going to steal my hubcaps.
This is my car now.
All right, so are we proceeding into the yard? Are we going towards the building? Are we looking around the perimeter? What are we doing?
Awaiting orders.
I think we should.
Well,
have
we
a
can
check
see
around
that the outside area is clear, so perhaps we should clear the building.
In that case, I do my wherever they go. I do the human shield routine, of course.
Yep. So heading up, you notice that the where the road ends and it turns into dirt. This is Mudsville, Tennessee. It is horrible, horrible terrain to walk through. Hal, you're unaffected by this, but everybody else is going to have a hard time walking around here, and it's going to get worse as the day progresses. So what you see ahead of you is it's a 2-story building where the entire bottom is open, so that vehicles can pass through. Nothing's really standing out to you. There's a very, very light fog that's rolled in as the rain stopped. But it's all very quiet.
Be quiet, ma'am.
Well,
So currently we're just stopped outside the building. What are we wanting to do?
I don't know what keeps happening with my audio. It keeps dropping out. Like I lose everyone completely.
Oh, okay.
It's happening to disconnect Discord and reconnect, so I don't know.
So
Have
we're
you
just...
restarted your PC?
No, that's the next thing I'll be doing if it does it again.
You want us to
The
wait for a
first
moment,
thing
or...?
No, it's all good.
All good?
Keep going.
Okay, so we're just outside the building. We haven't actually gone in yet. Anything in particular you'd like to do?
I mean, I'll do a general census sweep, you know.
Yep.
Probably looking for two categories of things. One is actually, I'm basically looking for two kinds of nests. The type of nest where it's a human hiding behind something or potential for,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like a risk thing. But a second type of nest is if there's any animal nests around here, because if it's very quiet, obviously, like we're in the kind of part of the world where could be weird animals. So I'm just doing a general, a 2-factor nest sweep.
Mm-hmm. So in which case, if you'd like to give me a perception and outdoorsman roll.
Yep. Which is going to be utter garbage. So more of a self-preservation thing than anything else. That would be no successes.
No successes. So
The coast looks to be clear so far, ma'am.
It is quiet and
No
nothing's
hostiles
moving.
detected.
All right. We'll slowly make our way into the building, which I've already said 3 times.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll go at the head of the queue, and everyone can follow behind me.
Mhm.
Hello.
So, entering underneath the archway, the main thing that you come across is a large concrete pad with a big rusty old engine and 2 giant saw blades. This is the main facility that would cut logs into lumber in this area. Just going over the main motor, there is some stairs leading up to like a mezzanine level, where the majority of this building is open to the top, except for this one section in the corner closest to you.
Orders, ma'am.
Okay. This area is clear. You head upstairs.
Okay. I of course follow orders. As we're walking up, I sort of make a side comment to Rocklaw, saying, "I hear that saw blades are a fantastic aphrodisiac. Perhaps you should try riding them, and I'll see if I can turn them off."
You're very funny, Al. Very, very funny.
Thank you. I will secure your review as 6 out of 6 stars.
He is a robot, so he might not be wrong.
I'd love for him to try.
Correct. Robots are always correct.
Well, do you want to demonstrate it first for me, Hal?
Unfortunately, I do
Just
not
show
feel
me,
sexual
show me
things.
how to do it.
Hey, don't
If
you
I
lie.
do
We
it,
saw you with that
I'm
toaster.
only going to test it. I'm going to test it with the dead man hand. Just remember that.
It's fine. I'll stand back.
I'll be sure to thrust in your direction.
You ladies done?
Because this is all just chit chat between the lads. Yeah, no, I'm still walking upstairs because I still follow orders while shit carting.
All right. Check all cabinets, and that looks like a fridge. Maybe we could get some food.
Yep. So you make it up onto the essentially it's like a balcony area on the mezzanine. Straight ahead, there appears to be a small office, and off to the left is what looks like a break room. So where would we like to look first? Everywhere, all at once?
I reckon the office first.
Mhm.
That's where Marvin's gonna head anyway.
Marvin's
Looking for like a computer.
straight up. So as you enter the office, you do notice that there is a couple of sleeping bags that have been set up on the floor. And there is the computer on the desk, so that's caught your eye.
Yep. Did anyone follow me?
Currently,
I didn't.
Hal and Abby are out on the balcony. Rocklaw hasn't declared what he wanted to do.
Well, I'm gonna step out of the room before checking the computer, and just sort of indicate to Abby, "Come in here."
All right, Abby, you entering the office as well?
All right. So I walk over.
We
And-
might have some company around here, so we might, I don't know, set up a defensive position, try and hold this.
What have you got? What's
But there's
what's
a
so
couple-
important?
there's a couple of sleeping bags around here, recently used from the looks of it. So I reckon we're gonna have some company soon.
Some what? Sorry, you cut out.
Sleeping bags.
Sleeping bags. Right, what you're standing on, I see. Well, anyone a whiz with computers?
Yeah, I'll have a look at that. You guys want to go look for the if there's anyone hiding out around here while I check this out?
All right. I'm going to the fridge.
And I'm gonna go check the computer.
All right, so Marvin, the computer starts up. It's a standard office computer. It doesn't have any amazing security on it. There's nothing that's too difficult for you to get into. Seeing everything in here, it's basic inventory levels and invoicing. So incoming and outgoing, it looked like on the last day it had one truck recorded as they were invoicing out some full cut lumber, and they were expecting 2 more trucks to come in throughout the day that never made it, that would have been holding uncut logs. Is the main records that you see. There is still from basic inventory levels coming and going. It seems like there is a decent amount here that might fulfill the needs of the NCR back at Abby's Chuckle Hut.
Out of curiosity, when was the last shipment?
So the final day when the bombs dropped. So 21st of October, 2077. 200 years ago.
I'd say it's unlikely anyone's been here since then.
They were sleeping on the job, though, man.
Yeah, I don't know much about history, but I don't think they brought their own sleeping bags to work.
Not often.
Maybe they did like a sleepover, company sleepover.
Played movies on the big screen. Everybody cuddles up in the tea room.
They were doing 40-hour famines, and they all sleep over. And I don't know if you did that at school, but I did.
Marvin, it might be worth you checking the laboratories for any fresh deposits.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Rocklaw, can you come with me?
Rocklaw. No.
Yeah.
He's just going again?
No. I'm gonna kill the robot.
Okay, Rocklaw's having a moment. Yeah, I'll make my way. Just poke my head at the bathroom.
There is no bathroom on site here.
Oh, ew.
Oh, they got to be shitting somewhere. Check your corners, as they say in the military.
Al, keep an eye out for
Human,
human
where would it
excrement.
be most likely? Yeah, where would it be most likely? Standing in this room, human, for a moment, picture yourself sleeping here. Now, we're on a diet of human food in current year. Where are you pooping?
I would say look out the window.
A window poop. Ingenious, man. Efficient and
I
possible.
read back in the 1600s, they would poo in buckets and throw them out of the window. Perhaps they did that here too.
1600s,
Well,
they
that
were
is
doing that
basically
last
when-
week at the Chuckle Hut.
They learn from history.
Perfect.
The system works.
Perhaps
Use
that's
taste
where I
to
saw it.
determine if the windows have been. Use taste to determine whether the windows have been used as toilets, please, Marvin.
Well, yeah, as you can see, this window has a hole in it, so I don't think that we need to test it. Clearly, it's all we've established this. Truly excellent work, Hal.
Category updated as poop window.
I guess we should go check the fridge and see if
Would you
maybe
like
they've
me
had
to-
a bit of a snack or two.
So Abby's.
Ma'am, would
Well,
you
I
like me to
have been
radio
standing here
command?
for a while staring at this fridge. Have I opened the door?
I've just been waiting for a break for me to be able to say, okay, now Abby goes through the fridge.
Longingly staring at the fridge.
Lust in my eyes.
There's some unknown power that stops you from reaching out and opening the fridge.
No, there isn't.
No, there isn't. It's just the speech of inane chatter. So opening the fridge, there is actually a small amount of fresh food inside.
Is refrigerator running?
Refrigerator is not running. However, there is vegetables that look like they've been harvested recently that would be serviceable as rations. So everybody can have 2 rations. And there is enough bottled water for everybody to have 1 water each.
I'm not taking those rations because we haven't determined whether there's friends or foes here. I'm just going to waste out. I'm just going to rip off the people that we haven't even met yet. That's like unprovoked attack, basically. So
Okay, so you're
my
choosing not to
rations
take
will
anything?
stay in the fridge. Yep.
Oh, your loss. How many is it?
So 2 rations and 1 water. So whoever would like to take some.
I have.
Now, looking around the kitchen, there's not really much else of note. There's a bench, there's a stove to cook at.
If I carefully put my hand near the stove, does it feel hot? Or is it very much cold?
It's cold.
Okay. No cooking here recently.
Maybe they already packed up and left.
All right, what would you like to do?
There are more cupboards and stuff around here that I can't see.
Just basically what you see in the kitchen.
Okay. Alright, well, have we checked the entire
yeah.
perimeter?
Ma'am, I am concerned.
Why?
About?
Well, how often do we find abandoned good food, good sleeping bags, good quarters, no protections, no people? I'm thoroughly concerned, ma'am, that this is the work of rats. I believe they've been killed by rats. That is my working hypothesis.
Very good. Would you be a lamb and go and check the rest of the perimeter like I just asked?
Very well, ma'am. And while in parallel with whatever else everyone else is doing, I'm going to do literal lap of perimeter, starting at the entrance gate and doing a full circuit.
I'll
Mhm.
go
I
the
can see
opposite
that.
way.
Okay.
I'll stand at the
That could be a parallel.
window
Do
with
it
my gun.
carefully.
So starting back at the entrance, and Rocklaw, you're going the opposite way. Marvin, where did you say you were? Sorry?
Poop window.
Poop
With
window.
the laser musket ready.
Okay, poop window. Got it. I love that that's the description. That's great.
I better hear that next time. If you describe it like, and so he was standing at the poop window.
Exactly.
Well, the great part is on this model, the windows are the type that lever out, so they'd be perfect for this exact purpose.
Next time I go to hospital, I'm going to ask where the poop window is.
She's coming down from the fourth story on someone. Jeez, that's a bad day. Build up some momentum before it hits you.
How was he killed? By poop.
So, small amount of time. Hal has searched the perimeter here. Rotclaw has made it around here. Can I get a perception and outdoorsman roll from each of you, please, separately?
Perception.
But once again, the person with atrocious stats is doing the patrol, but whatever.
Yeah.
However, by some sort of miracle, that would be 2 successes with a 1.
2 successes. Okay.
I have a 1 success.
And Rotclaw has 1.
0 success, but I
Zero.
wasn't searching.
So, Abby, where were you? Were you helping with this, or
I am staring at the fridge.
you're staring at the fridge? Okay. Continuing to stare at the fridge while this goes on. All right, a little bit more time goes on. And Rotclaw, you make it across the road a little further up the perimeter. Hal 9001, are you going inside following the fence line that connects with the building, or are you going outside the fence to follow around? Inside? Yep. So going
in a perimeter as best I can.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so you make it to the opposite side of the building. So what both of you see up ahead is you've got stacked cut lumber piles. There is a truck that is sitting here, looks like it hasn't moved since the war, and a forklift ready to start loading said truck. Now, each of you, if you can give me another perception plus outdoorsman roll.
0.
0.
1 success.
Abby, what are you perceiving? You're still staring at the fridge, aren't you?
You said everybody.
No, I said these two. Okay.
You're gonna eat the rations that I left for the people that lives here.
No, she's just staring at them longingly.
Yeah.
All right, so both of you meet at the forklift. You have completed.
My dead man hand.
Can each of you give me one more perception and outdoorsman roll, please?
0.
0.
And 0. Okay.
I told you the rolls tonight would be shit.
All right, so between the two of you, Hal, you thought you detected something for a brief second while you were around closer to the entrance, but when you followed it, there was nothing there.
Yeah, that's fine. My debouts, like it didn't trigger for long enough for me to care.
Yeah, just a blip. So as far as both of you are concerned, you haven't spotted anything following around the perimeter?
Mhm.
Obviously, I immediately report back accordingly. Nothing of note detected, ma'am. Assessment: functional pre-war logging mill in a post-war condition.
And any wood
Ma'am,
available?
it appears that you're... Any food, ma'am? Only what I left in the fridge. Would you like me
Not
to open it
food,
for you?
wood.
Sometimes these things can be difficult. No, wood can be eaten, ma'am, but I wouldn't recommend it for a human.
We are here to collect wood. Is there wood
Good, we're
available?
in a lumber mill full of wood.
Great.
Ma'am,
Now, is there a way that we
There
can
is-
get all this transferred back to the camp?
I believe that's outside of our scope, ma'am.
Weren't they going to be picking it up? when
Yes,
they
but is
came
there
through?
something we could load it onto ready for them so they don't have to be here that long?
There is a forklift and truck, ma'am. Condition unknown.
Oh. Perhaps we should see if they work.
Good, ma'am. Poop window attendee. There's a job for you.
Zip up my fly. Yeah, what am I doing?
Well, there you go. I always thought humans pooped with their pants down, given the smell. Pants up, I should say. Ha 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 ha. Joke algorithm failed. Burp.
Yeah, we should program a better sense of humor for your house. Okay. Let me go have a look at these things, and I'll make my way down. I'll check out the forklift first.
Forklift? Certainly. Anybody assisting, or are we standing staring at the fridge?
I'm going to supervise. I'm not going to assist.
Okay, so
What's that other building down to the right?
that's the
I
top
may
level
have
of this
missed that.
building.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might go investigate
The one that's just mostly off screen, yeah.
that.
So basically, you're just climbing on the roof necessarily, is what you're saying.
Look, if you'd like to climb on the roof, you're welcome to.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to get up onto the roof just as a lookout.
As a lookout, certainly.
Hmm.
All right, so Marvin,
Mm-hmm.
taking a look at this, first thing you would need to actually check the vehicle itself. The door opens. Sorry, hatch opens. They're barely even a door on these things. It's a tight squeeze, but you can fit inside. This one appears to be push button start. There's no keys. Would you like to try?
Pants?
I push the button.
It takes a second, but it kicks over. It might actually work.
Oh, there we go. Cool.
So the engine does run on it. You can test the tines, see if you can raise and lower it correctly.
Yep, just have a bit of a play with it, making sure everything's working functionally.
Yep. It sticks a bit. She shudders, but it works. If you spent a bit of time on it, you might be able to maintain it enough. Grease some of the areas to get them working as normal.
Hey, Hal, can you go find me some grease?
Yes.
Use some of his.
I have greaseless bearings. I am not a human construct of garbage. Generating job for those like Marvin. I am maintenance free.
Hey,
However,
wasn't
I
there some
do.
parts going off you earlier?
I will do as you requested. Grease. So, in order of like likelihood, toolbox, tool shed, um, pile of crap on the ground, other machine that I could scrape grease off with my filthy hands, soon to be filthy hands.
While Hal's doing that, I'm gonna go check out the truck.
Okay. So first thing, Hal, if you're trying to locate, think of where you can locate some grease for this. Can you give me an intelligence
I'm
plus
doing a
repair
scan.
roll? So this is where you're going
Oh.
through your database trying to think of.
Yeah. So while I would have liked to have thought about all the things I just listed, unfortunately, that database threw up a no data return.
That particular table has been corrupted for as long as you can remember.
Or it was never full. So basically, that search returned 0 results. So I just stand there.
Yep. Marvin, as
And I actually so I say to
Sorry.
Marvin, routine executed, sir.
Great, thanks, Hal.
So Marvin, as you're hopping into the cab of the truck, this one it opens okay. It does have a skeleton in the cab at the wheel.
Hey, buddy.
Keys are in it, but it's not currently running. Would you like to try it?
I'll give it a quick little turn, see if it works.
Yep. Once again, like the forklift, it turns over. It does take a couple of tries, but you gun it and you manage to get the engine started. It's a low rumble. It's seeming okay. You've been thinking about your grease problem as you're going through the motions here. If you can give me an intelligence plus repair roll.
Plus repair. One success.
One success. So as you're sitting in the cab, you're thinking, hang on. The ute that we arrived in was fully stocked with tools and repair bits and pieces. Might be worth having a look.
Oh, yeah, just like that repair kit that Abby picked up.
Oh yeah.
In the last, there's some sort of toolkit.
I'll hop out of the truck, run back to my car, have a little thorough through, and grab what I need and run back to the forklift.
Easy. Run back. You got a tin that stinks to high heaven, but it's proper industrial grade grease. This would be perfect for
whale greased. Fantastic.
made
only
with the
the
finest lamp lights.
And I'll get to work.
Yep. So if you can give me here just an agility plus repair, just to see how well.
One success.
One success. Yep. All right. So it doesn't actually take you too long. It's within about an hour. So we're now at 1100 hours. Just before lunchtime, you've got a forklift that is working almost flawlessly. She sounds a bit old and cranky, but for the job that you're doing, she'll work. You've got a truck that can be loaded and is working. It's not even lunchtime yet. So then you've got Abby staring intently at a fridge.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she's going to be pissed that it's not lunchtime yet.
The sawmill itself, just reminding you, still hasn't been looked at. During this time, Rotclaw, if you want to give me just a perception plus outdoorsman roll.
2 fails.
2 fails? Okay, so from your spot on the roof, your keen eyes make out absolutely nothing moving. The fog's rolling in a little bit heavier at this point, and it's obscuring your vision, making it hard to see. So from here, what would you like to do?
Hey, Hal, do you want to go
I'll
take
make my way out.
Sorry,
Hey,
Rob,
Ross,
you were saying something?
checked out the sawmill. Do you and Hal want to check that out, and I'll start loading up this truck?
Hal wants to spray paint things.
No, that's crazy talk. I'm impressed that picked up. Maybe it's because I wasn't talking for a while.
Had nothing to compare it to.
Mm.
So Marvin has asked you to head inside. Abby has
yeah.
come outside.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not Marvin's slave, mate. So I
The
ignore
question
Marvin.
was directed at Abby.
Oh, sorry.
It should have been.
Knowing full well that Hal would ignore me.
Yeah.
What was the question?
We still haven't checked out the sawmill. I can start loading up this truck if you want to. You and Hal go check that out. See if there's any other lumber around.
We were just in it.
Were we?
I've removed it so that you can see the bottom level.
Yeah, I can see it. There's nothing there.
What?
Exactly.
There's no wood there.
Strong leadership, ma'am. Would you like me to strangle the insolent?
I didn't know you were psychic, Abby. Huh.
The sawmill is
We-
the thing that cuts lumber.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
walked past that to get
Go past it.
upstairs.
Yeah, but nobody took more than a glance at it.
Yes, because there's nothing there.
Let's check. I'm going to go down and see if it's actually working.
I'm not
We're here to
going near
find
that
wood,
thing.
Not chop.
Okay. So Rockclaw goes and takes a look.
Ma'am, don't worry. I'll remember to cite Rocklaw for working outside of the scope.
This is going to be added to his list of crimes.
Add it to the next call in, yes.
Is it illegal to kill a robot?
No.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not really killing, it's more dismantling with extreme prejudice.
No,
No,
disassemble.
we're remodeling him.
Refurbished unit, yeah.
No, disassemble.
Alright, so taking a look, you've got a set of saw blades and a really big motor that runs them underneath the stairs here, which looks like where logs could be passed through to cut them into professional lumber. Taking a look at...
Ow, looks like a sawmill.
Yeah, looks like a sawmill. I mean, pretty standard stuff. The motor itself, it's got 2 big switches. It's got start and it's got stop.
Inventive.
Do you want to press either of them?
Yeah, I'll hit start.
Hit start. So you hit start and you can hear the ticking. So something is trying to go.
Is it a bomb?
As soon as you let go of the start button, the ticking stops. It's not a bomb.
Okay.
you can tell that the motor is trying to turn over, but something's stopping it.
I'm not smart
Probably the
enough
rat,
to
Sam.
fix this. Who knows about engines?
I don't even know if you're smart enough to know that there's something wrong.
Well, it's not working.
Well, how do you know? Have you spent a lot of time in a sawmill as a super mutant? You would have a clue what it was meant to do.
Well, it's not doing anything.
Exactly. How do you know that that's wrong? I just don't think you would.
I'll leave the super mutant. I'll go take a look. And I hop out the forklift and make my way over.
So Marvin, are you hitting the start button as well, or are you listening to
Yeah, I'm
Rockclaw?
testing it out.
Yep.
I'm
So
testing out myself.
you can hear the ticking as you hold the button. It stops as soon as you release it. There's something going on inside. There is a
Start
hatch on
time.
the side of this thing that you can open up for maintenance purposes.
Open up the hatch, have a look inside. What do
Mhm.
I see if there's any wires missing?
All right. So if you can give me a perception and repair roll, you're trying to see inside this motor.
Critical fail. And a fail. This thing is covered in spiders.
How long are you willing to spend at this? So you've looked at it and you've gone, this is going to take a lot of work.
You guys okay if we hunker down for a while?
Oh,
No, I'm not,
what
sir.
needs
You
to
are
do?
employed to do a job. I suggest you work harder. You are the repairman. Fix it,
All right.
repair boy.
Crack my knuckles. Get ready
The
for a
insulin
6-hour
has to
job.
stop. Do it in 5.
Yes, Scotty.
Alrighty.
I'm including my hour-long lunch break at that, Hal.
I will
Marvin,
feed you intravenously or anally to remove that hour. You choose.
How
so
about you just leave it in the fridge for now? And yep.
so Marvin, if you can roll 2d6 for me.
Double one.
Double one. So not as long as you expected, but 2 hours have passed. And you eventually find what the problem is. Bashing your face against this. So it's not an easy fix. It's through to 1300 hours. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You finally figure out where you've been going wrong for the past 2 hours. This fix is going to take a lot. You're going to be here for 5 to 6 hours to actually fix it.
This is gonna take. Why do we even need this on?
We don't. It's an out. It's an out.
I don't know. The
job.
DM decided it
I'm
was
calling it in.
necessary.
Ma'am,
I mean-
I'd like to call in a successful taking of the mill.
I
second
concur.
that.
I'm calling it in.
I'm going to jump back up on the roof.
Breaker. 9er. This is Leak Crew Alpha calling NCR Abby's Chuckle Hut. Over.
Colonel Olsen on the line. Abby's group. How are you
I repeat,
faring?
this is Leak Crew 99 calling Colonel Olsen. Over.
Colonel Olsen receiving.
Leak Crew, this is. Oh, hello, Colonel. I didn't hear you come in. Ha ha ha. Status report incoming.
Hal, could you put Abby on the line?
Lumber.
Over.
Incorrect, sir. Cure wood large quantities. Confirmed. Vehicular transport for wood. Unknown. However, likely. No resistance facility. Concerning. Over. And 2 incident reports regarding Rocklaw Mortis. Over.
Proceed with incident reports. This better be worth it, Hal. Over.
Incident report number 1, insolence. General. Incident number 2, insolence. General. End of incident report.
Hal, have you got a human there that I can speak to? Hell, I'd
Yes,
speak
I
to
do,
Rotclaw.
sir. Over.
Could you put them on the line, please?
Negative, sir. Protocol dictates that Mortis Rocklaw does not have radio training. Over.
Abby would be sufficient, and you hear a click as Hal, the radio that you're using, emits a frequency that's almost outside of human hearing, which basically reboots you for a moment.
Okay, no worries. And I obviously fire up again. Leak Crew 99 calling Colonel Osborne. Over.
Colonel Olsen
No
is
one's
standing at
picking
the
up,
other
Abby.
end, and he's just clutching the bridge of his nose.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but it appears that Abby's Chuckle Hut is non-responsive. Perhaps we should consider them dead and start again. And I hand Abby the non-functioning radio. Perhaps the tweaker could repair.
Who had the other radio, is what I'm asking at this point.
I think that was Rusty, wasn't it?
It was Abby, wasn't it?
Yeah, Abby had one.
I think that's unfair because I've got great speech. I think that
Which
I should
means
have been able to convince him that everything was fine.
Oh, give me
I'd
that.
like to use my speech role to do a dance, but voice.
All right, Elfman. So give me a
Carry on.
charisma and speech roll to try to convince
Oh, yeah,
Colonel
it was,
Olsen to stay on the line.
It was 3 successes.
3 successes. All right, let me just roll.
Colonel Olsen, do you require anything from us, sir? Over.
You've secured fuel, you've secured metal, have you secured the wood that we've asked for? Otherwise, why are you tying up this line?
Sir,
Over.
I have secured wood. Wood has been secured. Over.
Excellent.
As reported before all of the other things. Over.
That is
Not
good
to say
news.
that you can't listen, sir. Over.
Return to Abby's Chuckle Hut at once. Please. Over and out.
He wouldn't say
Understood, sir.
please.
Over. I will relay the orders. Over. Out. The orders are to return to base.
Okay.
All right then. So we have met all of our requirements. Let's finish loading up this truck, and then we shall skedaddle.
Okay. Then I'll get to work.
So by the time you have all of this loaded up, it's starting to get a bit later in the day. You've collected your things together. Hang on, that's the wrong time. 1600 hours. So once again, the light's starting to get a bit dim. Rotclaw,
Mhm.
can you give me a perception and outdoorsman roll?
Yep.
And is anybody else standing guard, or are you helping Marvin load the wood?
3 successes, 1 and a 3.
So what you notice as you've been standing looking out from the rooftop is amongst the lumber piles, some things are starting to stir now that it's getting dark. And there are...
Do I recognize them?
You can see a green glimmer scuttling about from what looks like some swarms of rad roaches that you might have seen previously. At this point, Marvin has got one full stack of lumber on the truck, ready to go.
I yell out, "Rad roaches below! Rad roaches below!"
Yeah. Fuck. My perception is so fucked.
It really is.
I'm gonna pop out of the forklift and book it for the building.
Heading into the building? Yep.
Yep.
Are you heading upstairs or staying down at the bottom?
Heading to the poop window.
Straight to the poop window. Is anybody else following?
Yeah. And take cover onto the mezzanine.
Yep. And I certainly would have, if Abby, my leader, hadn't have gone, I certainly would have ushered her in like a protective security guard.
The desk go. There it is.
I'm gonna stay on the roof and start shooting.
Start shooting from where you are?
Yeah, am I within range?
Absolutely not, but...
Oh, okay.
So your heavy machine gun is medium range.
Mhm.
That is that far. So if you were standing on the ground, you'd be able to hit some. From the second story... Oh, sorry, you'd be able to hit this closest one here. Just.
Yep, I'll start shooting at that one.
Okay. All right, so you are on the edge of the roof.
Mhm.
Now, it is dark, so you will need an additional success to be able to hit them. If you can give me an attack roll.
I've got 16. I've only got 1 success.
1 success. So you fire at them, but in the dark and still trying to scope out exactly where they are, you're having difficulty. So your shots do go wide.
Mm-hmm.
With that, they respond. Now, the closest pack scuttles up onto the roof.
Ooh.
Straight at you.
Can Rob, who's got a flashlight, can he like hold it in his offhand or something? Like,
depends on which weapon he's using.
Can you have the flashlight on, illuminating an area?
So if he is wielding his submachine gun, I would say yes. That could be a one-handed weapon. If he's using his laser musket, that requires both hands, so no. So the first group of rad roaches flutters up at Rotclaw. The second group starts moving inside to where they saw movement happening. C and D following suit. Now, Rockclaw, the first ones scratch at you. They hit you for 5 physical damage.
No.
They are swarming all over you. They have long talons on the ends of their legs that are extremely sharp. All right, so coming up next is Abby. What would you like to do? So at this point, Abby, you would be able to see down this way, the green flecks of these ones that have just come around the corner. You might also be able to see the second group.
I don't think my throw is going to work from here.
You have medium range. You'd be able to hit B with your spear.
Okay. So I'll throw the spear.
Could consider fortifying.
Uh, 2 fails.
2 fails. So your spear clatters off into the mud, landing next to them. Are you wanting to use your minor action for anything?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Up next is Rotclaw.
All right. How many on me at the moment?
So you've got 1 swarm is currently on you, so A. They're just in
Okay.
bottom of frame here.
All right. I'm gonna just try to do unarmed attack.
Mhm.
With my knuckles.
Yep.
3 successes.
3 successes, so roll for damage.
46. One, 1, 3, 3.
Okay, so that is 2 damage to that swarm. So you swing wildly with your spiked knuckles. You manage to do serious damage to part of the swarm.
Mm-hmm.
So they are hurting.
Are they still on me?
So they have basically just flitted up and slashed at you. They're not attached to you.
Okay.
At this point. Would you like to use your minor action for anything?
Yeah, let's jump off the roof.
Mm-hmm. So with your climbing gear, you can drop straight down where you were.
Mm-hmm.
So you are outside. You still essentially have your full movement if you would like to move.
Okay, let's go inside with everyone else.
Are you going towards the radroaches or towards the opposite side?
Opposite side.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you'll basically be able to get to the end here. All right. Up next is Marvin.
Can I see any red claw?
You're
red
currently
roaches from where I am?
inside the office. The window to this office is pointing north. There are no radroaches that you can see from here.
Okay, I'm gonna move down to the stairs as far as I can go
Mhm.
till I can see a radroach.
Yeah. Look, you can if you moved out onto the mezzanine balcony there, you would be able to see B and C are here.
Yep, let's move down over there then.
Mm-hmm. So you're still elevated.
Right. Can I still hit them with a laser submachine gun?
That would increase it to medium range. So yes, you would just be in range of B.
All right, let's go. Take a shot at B. 1 success.
All right. Yep. And roll for damage.
3, 5, 4.
Okay. If you would like to spend an extra ammo, you can hold down the trigger and push that across to C as well.
Yep, let's do that.
So you chop away with your automatic fire, manage to at least cut down a couple of the small ones in the swarms. Up next is Hal.
I say to the boss, I say, if this goes poorly, name something illegal after me, ma'am. And I float down directly towards the closest red roach.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give him the old ripperoo.
You are not going to make that on even floating straight there.
Really? Okay. Well, that's all right. I'll go down there anyway. Go as far as I can towards it.
Yep.
Yes,
Just
right.
readying your action, or
I'm gonna have to, yeah.
all right. So the
Actually, maybe in light of that, actually, sorry.
yeah, no, you're right.
Maybe I actually go to the foot of the stairs then. Yeah, I'll go to the foot of the stairs.
Go
Sorry,
that
if
way
we haven't
instead.
taken a hand off the chest piece, then
That's fine.
yeah, I'll defend the bottom of the stairs.
Yep.
But yeah, ready the ripper.
Okay. So the rad roaches then go. A, following what they see as meat, they flit down at Rotclaw again, slashing at you. They do not manage to connect. B manages to scurry along inside. C will do the same. As will D. Alrighty. And coming up is Abby.
Alright, so... Oh my god, they're a little bit closer, pretty much directly below.
Basically below you. Yep.
Okay, surely I should not miss.
So roll attack.
6 and 4.
Right, so that is, what's that, 3? 4 successes, which you've already got maxed out action points, so if you want to roll for damage.
5 d6s. Is 2, 5, 6, 6, and 1.
All right, and which weapon were you throwing here? Was this your tomahawk or your spear?
Spear.
Going spear? Okay. So you obliterate the first group. Utterly destroyed. And your second spear thuds into the mud through them. Are you using your major action? Sorry, minor action for anything?
Not yet.
Okay. So coming up next is Rocklaw.
All right, the ones in front of me. Let's go. The knuckles again.
Mhm.
We have 1 success.
Yep. And roll for damage.
1156.
Okay, you utterly destroy the last of the swarm.
Nice.
Are you wanting to use your minor action for anything?
So there's none left.
In that swarm, you
Oh,
have...
in that storm.
Yeah, so there are still two more swarms you can see inside on the lower level down in here. So you can just see around the wall.
All right, let's go inside.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Are you heading for the stairs or are you heading for the rad roaches? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll head for the rad roaches. Let's just
Head for the rad roaches?
add on.
Mhm.
Let's go, baby.
Yep. Okay. Up next is Marvin.
All right, I'm gonna shoot the closest pack of rad roaches near me.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be C.
1 success.
Yep, that's enough. Roll damage.
3. 555.
All right, and you expertly target the closest swarm. If you want to spend an extra ammo, you can hold the trigger down and keep firing at the next one. And you manage to take out most of the next swarm. There's one poor rad roach in D that's hanging on for dear life. Okay. HAL 9001. You're up.
Ma'am, I'm concerned. An observation. If these are what wiped out the people that worked here, they must have been real pushovers. An observation. Is there any rad roaches in my minor movement range there? Probably not, right?
In your minor movement, no. The closest ones are still
Okay,
at the
then
opposite side of the building over here.
And I'll stay here guarding my queen.
Mm-hmm. So
Ready,
just readying an action?
Ready.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The last rad roach in this swarm lets out this shrill chittering noise. And from underneath the flatbed of the truck that you were loading the entire day, presumably laying dormant, a large rad roach, larger than any you've seen before, pops out.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Another one approaches from the west. You spot another one approaching from outside in the east. Two
And
coming up the road.
with?
That's what you've seen so far.
Okay, there's no widths. That's still probably enough for now. All right, cool.
Now,
I rev my ripper in anticipation. Rum, rum.
this one moves straight at Rocklaw, the last of the tiny swarms. It swings and misses, trying to flitter around you. It's obviously wounded and does not manage to damage you. So up next is Abby.
Okay. I might go down the stairs.
Mhm. Yep, so you'll basically make it to the foot of the stairs, next to HAL 9001.
Yep. And there's nobody. There's no creatures in. They're all dead, aren't they?
You have one that's barely alive, that is has just tried to attack Rotclaw and failed.
Okay. So I'll go for that one.
What are you using?
Tomahawk.
Yep.
So I'm still trying to get to my 2 spears.
Yep. You do have one spear left. But up to you which you'd prefer.
1 success.
1 success is enough. If you want to roll damage.
5, 3, 2, 2, 1.
So the last radroach in the swarm puffs into a smear of green mist and is gone with your spear sticking out of the ground where he once was.
Evaporated.
Essentially. Jesus Christ, I got too much going on here. Alrighty, Rotclaw, your turn.
All right, let's just go for the last one.
So that's the last one just got killed. The one that attacked you.
Okay.
So now you've got all of the big ones that have shown up behind and in front of you.
All right, let's just go for the first one closest to me. I'm just going to open fire.
Mm-hmm.
Within range.
So you've got one behind you or you've got one in front of you? Which would you prefer? They're both equidistant.
Let's go the one in front.
In front? Okay, so out at the truck, you would be able to move just a little way forward and you would be within range.
Yep.
Roll.
One success and 1 critical fail.
Okay, 1 success is enough. Roll damage.
That is 5d6. 5d6. We have 1, 4, 5, 4, and 3.
So you manage to land a couple of shots into this big one. It shrugs off most of the damage. Barely even flinches. Up next is Marvin.
I'm going to take aim at the one behind me and light it ablaze.
Okay, so A, over here?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a long distance away from him.
Oh.
So you're still up on the mezzanine level up here?
Can I use a minor action to change weapons, then take a shot?
So you're currently wielding 2 weapons at the moment. You've got your submachine gunner and you don't need to use an action to change between those 2. If you want to switch out one of those 2, then yes,
Right,
you do need to spend an action on it.
Yeah, I want to switch combat knife to laser musket.
To laser musket? Yep, okay, that's fine. So your laser musket is at long range?
Yep.
Yep, okay, so you would still be well out of range.
Oh,
Sorry, if you're firing from the mezzanine, then you would actually be up to extreme range with that one there. So yes, you would be able to hit that with the laser musket.
Sweet. But my thing. 2 successes.
2, easy. You don't generate any action points because you're already full.
And then 5, 4, 6, 4, 6.
Okay, and does that have piercing?
Yes.
On that one as well? Okay, so completely ignoring the armor on him, just burns a hole straight into the carapace, and it makes a shrill, shrieking, clicking noise as it does. All right. Up next is Hal.
I'll remain to defend my queen, standing right next to that yellow power armor blob.
Yep.
So I just ready my Ripper again, and hopefully, eventually, some enemies come to me. But if
the
rage team does their job, then fine.
That's the thing. The group's doing a really good job of keeping anything off you guys. Rotclaw not so much, but
yep, it's fine. I'm chill with that. So I'll stay here at the ready, and if they keep picking them off, then hallelujah.
Yep. All right. So in which case, it is the Radroach's turn. So A will scuttle rush straight up at you. That will trigger your Ripper attack if you want to roll that.
Yep. I'll use an action point for that too. Given we've got a million of them.
Okay. Yep.
I'll roll 3 for that. So that's unarmed. So that's so it's 1 success.
That's enough. Roll damage
against target number 7. Yep. And the old Ripper is. Fuck, where is it? So that's 3 damage and 2 effects. And effect is vicious.
So it automatically does 1 damage. So what's your total damage?
Is vicious +1 for each effect, or
it is plus.
So my total damage is 3 plus 2 effects.
Okay. So 3 damage and then 2 effects, or the 2 effects are included in those 3 damage?
No. 3 plus 2 vicious effects.
So your effects can only trigger once, no matter how many dice you roll.
Okay, so that is
so you
4.
get total of 4. So you rev the Ripper, it starts up, it bites into the carapace, and initially it doesn't want to move, and then you trigger it harder, and all of a sudden it grabs and digs in to the back of this thing. You do some massive damage to the top of this Radroach.
I mean, I hit a cockroach with a chain. What do you think's going to happen?
What do you think's going to happen? It responds in kind. Fluttering itself up as you do that, and sweeping with its blade-like legs. So it does 12 physical damage.
What? I beg your pardon?
So this thing smashes at you.
Alright, well, I'm glad I've got good well, no. I've got the best defense. Put it this way, I'm the best person for that to have hit. So, might I suggest you all dispose of these before they get to us?
The next ones do not close close enough to hit anyone, so we are back to Abby.
Okay. Trying to get close enough to hit that.
So
yeah,
that'll put you in close enough range for your tomahawk.
And pick up my spear or whatever was here, my tomahawk and my spear.
So that would cost an action to pick them up, a minor action. I would let you pick both of them up for a minor action if you want to spend an
Mhm.
action point.
Mm-hmm. Can I still hit?
If you're spending an action point, yes. If you're not, then no.
We have plenty. I'll spend one. One success.
Roll for damage.
4, 6, 1, 3, 6.
Okay, and that is your tomahawk that you're throwing?
Yeah.
So it lodges in to the head of this thing. Almost has no effect.
Oh. Well, that's annoying.
Up next is Rocklaw.
Let's go rifle again, but this time I'm going to use a action point.
Mhm.
2 successes.
2 successes, yep. So you regain an action point.
5, 5, 6, 2, 4.
And which one is this that you're aiming at? A or D?
The first one I was aiming at. The
Okay,
last
yep.
one.
Yep, D. All right, so that one explodes,
Nice.
takes a tomahawk to it, and then automatic fire blows it apart.
Does that give me the thing to...
You're not within
Ooh.
range of anything else that you could sweep across. So the next enemy has to be within close range of the one you kill.
Gotcha.
Oh, sorry, of the one that you hit.
Yep.
All right, so one is down. Up next is Marvin.
Can I hit A with the laser musket again?
Yes, you can.
All right. I'm gonna burn an action point too.
Mhm.
To be sure, 2 successes.
Easy, you generate that action point back. And damage.
6, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 4, 1.
Wow. It is just barely hanging on. So after it arcs and smashes at Hal, you manage to place a good shot into the torso, and it almost drops it. So the thing is half frayed. Parts of it are burnt away. Are you using a minor action at all?
And I'm gonna take aim for whatever comes next.
Okay, yep. So Marvin gets down to one knee, sighting up. Hal, it is your turn. You have A is in front of you and just barely alive.
Yep, 1 success, 4 damage.
So you rev the Ripper, it cuts this thing in half.
Nice. Can I use my minor to ready again? Is that possible, or is it a full action?
That's a major action there, so...
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. And I guess taking aim doesn't really work with a Ripper, does it?
It does not. However, if you were going to throw a grenade or a Molotov, it would apply to that. So anything ranged.
Yeah. I mean, it does say reroll a single d20 during your next attack. Might have to change that to not with melee weapons.
Yes, okay. Not with melee weapons. I will point out that Abby has run away from you as well.
Oh, I will follow Abby. Can I get up to her?
Yes, you can reach.
Yeah, I'm guarding Abby, not Marvin. Or the fridge. Unless you want me to guard the fridge, ma'am.
You just got the best look of disdain from her.
So I take it I probably should stay with her then.
Alright, so the Rad Roaches go next. So these ones. There is way too much crap on this board. So B flutters in close enough to Abby, slams against your power up, does 8 physical damage. Do you need me to apply that?
Yep.
Slams you, almost knocking you over, even in the heft of what you're wearing.
Jesus.
The other 2 are not within range of anyone. So we are back up to the top of the round. So Abby, what do you want to do?
Being that whatever I did before was no help, perhaps fire is needed. Has it taken any damage?
So the rest of these have not taken any damage yet. So you've taken down 2 of the largest. There's 3 in front of you that are at full health that haven't been touched yet.
Oh, good.
Okay. Can I try again? And throw a spear at the closest one?
Yeah. Step back. They are medium range.
Step back.
So you can step back up to blue and still be in range. Like
2 successes.
generator. So you generate an action point, roll for damage.
4, 3, 1, 6, 5.
Okay, so the spear thuds into B. Stays lodged in its carapace. It felt that one. And up next is Rotclaw.
I can't see myself. Whereabouts am I?
It's because you've been hiding behind this wall the entire time.
I didn't. Okay.
You can just
Oh,
make
okay.
out the blue of the TARDIS.
Ah, right.
The problem
there,
is
okay.
Marvin's hiding out on the mezzanine level, so I need to keep that there.
Okay, so where's the next alive one? All right, C.
It's you've got C. They're all basically within range of you easily.
Yep. All right, let's go again. We'll do another action point.
Spending an action point, sure.
2, 3 successes.
So you generate that back.
Yep. We have 5, 1, 6, 2, and 5.
That's a full spread. That's 6 physical damage. Do you want to hold down the trigger and spend another ammo?
Oh hell yeah! Let's do it again.
All right. So which one are you aiming at? C, E, or B?
The well, that one was C,
Mhm.
so we'll do E.
Okay, and it's the same again to E. And you absolutely just pepper the shit out of both of them.
Die, bitch.
Are you using your minor action for anything there?
No, I'm good where I am.
Okay. All right. Up next is Marvin.
All right. I'm gonna switch over to the submachine gun and take a shot at E.
Yep.
And I'll burn an action point.
Burning an action point, sure.
2 successes.
Easy. You generate that one back.
Or 2-2.
so that is enough. E gets burnt to a crisp and falls in a pile of ash. So you have 2 left. Are you using a minor action at all?
I'll take aim again.
All right. Hal 9001. Abby has stepped
I'll
back
move up to that.
from you.
Does aim
Yep,
work
that's
with
all
my
right.
character?
I'll move up.
Yes, it does.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Sorry, Hal. So
I'll
you move
up
up.
to that closest. Move up to that closest red roach.
So
Into melee range.
yep, certainly.
I've rolled 4 successes and 7 damage total.
All right. So you literally butcher B. Cleaving it in half.
Flick off the legs and shit that's like stuck to the chainsaw or the ripper in Rocklaw's direction.
I grab it as
and
it's
my
flying
aim,
through the air,
yeah,
and I just start
I
chewing
didn't
on
hit
it.
though, it was just near him.
Oh, okay.
Sadly, I missed. I checked and I missed. Yeah, but and I use my minor action to move up to Abby's side again.
You would be able to use the remainder of your movement there. Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh shit! No, I'm not meant to move twice, am I? Sorry. No, it's okay.
Yeah, because you moved up to him initially, but you didn't really have to go too far.
No, I'll play the rules.
Play it as it lies.
No.
Okay. All right.
Rules.
So it is the Radroach's turn. He goes for the big shiny thing that's making lots of noise. Barrels into you at full scuttle, does 9 physical damage. And then as it lands, it flares its wings, and you see green particles coming off it. Abby, your turn.
All right, gonna throw again. This one. Uh, 5 and 1. So is that 3 successes?
3 successes. You've already got full action points, so nothing further to fill up. Roll for damage.
2, 2, 5, 3, 1.
How does the last?
He just explodes. Just magically. Just.
As a spear goes flying through him.
As a spear goes flying through him, explodes into a green mist. That is a lot of corpses. And you have successfully defended yourselves against the Radroaches. For that, you can have 1 experience.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yay.
Love, baby.
That should get you to level 5.
Those roaches were pussies.
can't seem to change it.
I'd say well defended though.
All right. So at this point, you have finished loading the truck. You still have the ute back at the first entrance to the place as well. What are you wanting to do?
Can we load the ute up as well?
This is more a semi-trailer kind of job.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you'll look like those people in like Suzuki Swifts at Bunnings, going through the tradie section.
Well, hey, we can carry.
What are they
Carry, like,
doing in there?
one extra.
Look,
to see that.
you've notified Colonel Olsen that there is a large amount of materials here. You've loaded up a truck with a full load to bring back, an entire semi-trailer, that I'm assuming you're going to attempt to take back to Abby's Chuckle Hut. What do
Yeah,
you...
I think so.
Yeah.
Guessing that's where we're taking it.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you like to do? Anything?
Were the lights working on the ute and the truck?
So you drove the ute in during the day, so you probably didn't check it. If you want to go back out to the ute, you can.
Yep, with my gun at the ready. Go back out.
So you go out, unlock it, hop in, flick the lights. The lights seem like they're well maintained. They're cleaned. They get a good broadcast. You go across, do the same with the truck. You find not quite so well maintained, but serviceable. Advantage being that the lights are a lot higher up on the truck, so they get a much better spread than what you do on some of these smaller, shittier vehicles.
We could drive these now if we want to get out of here, but can't guarantee the roads are clear.
What time is it?
So at this point, what are we looking at? So it's going to be around about 5 p.m.
So we should probably
So
stay here overnight.
1700
Don't want to be
hours.
driving this at night time. You reckon, boss?
Not again.
Driving through the night. Abby?
Yep, sounds good.
You driving through the night, or are you staying here?
No, let's drive.
Driving?
All right.
You want to stay here and kill more red roaches?
Yeah.
I mean, you can,
what ladle
but...
is red roach? What ladle
Now-
the red roach eggs? Some sort of super roach? God, I hope not.
Now, I don't want to be racist, but I think maybe Abby should drive the truck.
Why is that racist?
Well, the only other people here are a robot and a super mutant.
Speciest?
Would be
Specious,
speciest?
yeah,
Perhaps?
specious. Anyway, one guy's got giant hands, the other's a robot with a claw, so...
Right. I don't know how to drive anyway.
That's alright, they don't test for licenses anymore.
I can pull it apart.
A running license algorithm.
Alright, I reckon we split up into two. Who's coming with me?
Okay, so Marvin's in one vehicle. You in the truck or in the ute?
You.
You're in the
That's
ute?
mine now.
Okay. Get it painted up, put some spinner rims on it.
I'll
Trick
go
it
in the ute with Marvin.
All the jobs.
You'll go on the ute
Back
with Marvin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the tray. Looking behind, Islander style. Yeah, I'll be in the I'll be on the back of the flatbed, obviously, for my weight.
Yeah, if Abby wants to drive the truck, the power armor would be in the back as well. To be able to fit inside the cab.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
certainly doable.
And I do have a block and tackle. If there's not a ready way of lifting stuff, obviously we can use my chain and block and tackle to sort of lift stuff up if need be.
All right.
You know, there's clearly some girders, a place we can put a truck in, back a truck inside the place. I don't think we need to micromanage that. It's just that's possible.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely doable. With the equipment that you have, the area that you're in, yes, you would be able to get everything up on there. And you're ready to roll out into the night. Is there any last things that you'd like to do here before you leave?
Ray.
What was that?
Did Abby want to get those last bits of food from the fridge?
I thought I already did.
Okay.
Did you take the ones that Hal used to take? Is what he's asking.
I don't know. It was what you told me before. Is what I took.
Plus 2 to both.
Plus 2 to
Have my
both.
food, boss. You deserve it.
Okay, mine's in viewer only. I don't know why. I can't change anything.
Yep. Okay. Alrighty. So, Abby, have you driven much in your experience?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Driven heaps?
Oh, yeah.
Not being driven around is different.
I don't know. I wasn't always a boss. You guys made me a boss. So, I do have some experience doing things by myself.
You guys voted?
They did.
Wow.
Just realised that would be an epiphany for Marvin, wouldn't it?
Ah.
You chose this regime?
All right. We already know Marvin can drive kind of okay. So, Abby, since you've never driven anything, if you want to give us an agility and outdoorsman roll.
Two utter failures. You're not a failure. A critical failure.
Two utter failures, one of them critical. Okay.
Utter failure is the worst kind of failure.
Why does it sound like you're so far away?
I don't know. So, Abby, you take off, realizing that yes, you've driven vehicles.
Everyone away from you.
In the military. You have not driven a semi-trailer before, so getting used to the idea of 18 gears is probably fun.
Driving a semi is like riding a bike when you've only ridden scooters. Same thing. Free-wheeled scooters.
You've been pushed on a tricycle once. So lurching out of the front, you manage to make it around the corner. Marvin, are you following or leading in the ute?
I reckon leading.
Leading? Trying to pick the best path and so on.
Yeah.
In which case, can you give me a perception and outdoorsman?
Oh no.
Can I assist?
You're in the same vehicle, so yes.
It's 1d20.
Yes.
I'm gonna burn it. Oh. 3 successes.
Nicely done.
And I don't help.
So you managed to pick a good clean line. As you're heading out of the main part of the estate, trying to move as far away from the flooded area as possible, you notice in the rearview mirror, sorry, in this ute, no, it'd be the side mirrors, that Abby has stopped dead in her tracks and stalled completely.
Not my fault.
Are you going to circle back, or?
Yeah, I'll go back and see if I can assist.
Abby, perhaps do you want Marvin to maybe give you a few pointers before you go? Confidence not withholding. You've stalled 100 meters down the road.
I can't believe in the 21st century, 22nd century rather, that they're not all automatic. That seems like a stretch.
Be more than 22nd century, wouldn't it? Would it be 24th?
Look. 23rd. Yeah. We're currently in 2285 by the looks of things.
Yeah, so 23rd.
Which would make it the 23rd.
The truck's not from.
Okay, look, there's something going on with the truck. So maybe just check that.
Have a look.
But it's the truck, it's not me.
It appears you've taken the keys out of the truck. I think I found your issue.
I didn't thought it was a push start.
For some reason, we never figured out how to make the big ones push start. I don't know why. Something about bigger is older.
Well, perhaps it fell out while we were going over some rough terrain. Let's just
Yeah.
chuck that key back in there, shall we?
I think you're too sober to be doing this. You gotta have a little buzz to you. Go back to taking a swig from the medical kit.
All right. Let me just roll to see if you've exhausted the medical kit now. Hey, every time supplies are used. You have not exhausted the medical kit. You're taking very strategic sips from it.
I know I'm having to drive, so I'm like, I just need that little buzz, that confidence.
All right, so you managed to get the truck started again, and it's going. Abby, you want to give me another agility plus outdoorsman roll? Just to get this thing back on the road.
On the road again.
Critical failures or just normal failures?
10 and 19.
10 and 19, okay. So you managed to bunny hop a semi-trailer, which is a feat in itself. You make it about another 10 meters, and then it conks out again. This truck is not moving with this driver at this point in time.
Rocklo, do you want to have a try driving?
I'll give it a go. Can I fit in?
It's gonna be a tight squeeze. It's gonna be hard as hell, but yes, you can just fit inside the cab. Once you make it past the door, it's actually kind of roomy inside.
Okay, let's give it a go.
So give me an agility plus.
Just tell,
Look, it's not me, it's the truck. It's got issues, so good luck to you.
tell me
Before you
what,
do that,
what I have to do, Marvin.
before you do that, in parallel, can I whisper to Marvin, because this is a fusion powered truck, it's going to be fairly electrically controlled. I think that's fair to say that it's not going to be like all old school mechanical. So can I just sort of say to Marvin, hey, can you like wire me into this just to flatter whoever's driving, if you know what I mean?
I consult the magical voice in my head that tells me whether that's possible.
Well, as the truck stopped and you've just hopped out of the cab, we'll say that Hal's just pulled you aside for a second on your way back to the ute.
So might I suggest you interface me with the maintenance port of this truck, and that we might enhance the capability of the driver, particularly with this interchange. Wink, and the spoken
mean-
word wink.
Well, it definitely couldn't make things any worse at the moment. All right, I'll give it a go.
And obviously there'd be some form of communications cable between the truck and the trailer, being a fairly futuristic kind of looking truck.
Yeah, easy
yeah.
for Marvin to do. He spent basically the day around this truck, figuring out how it works. I would say that yes, you would be able to assist.
So my interface cable that I usually use for charging kind of extends down from my cod piece, sort of dangling. It's fairly thick, and it's got adequate length.
It's all
Certainly
about
for
the
this
girth in
application.
this.
So, and I just say to whatever your name is,
Marvin.
I say to him, just give it a tug. It's got a retractable mechanism. Just pull on it. It'll lock in.
I got a bit of dust on this one. It's been a while.
It's a lot like a garden hose, and yeah, rarely used.
Yeah, I might have to readjust some of your parameters for this. So, hang tight.
Hanging noted, sir.
And I plug him in, and I start interfacing.
What are you?
Him with the...
Are you simply doing what he requests, or are you going to try to do something
I
else?
also want to add that with my robot expert perk, I would also like how to be reprogrammed to recognize me as a leader as well. So on Abby's level.
Okay. I'm going to say intelligence plus science in this
I'm gonna
case.
burn an action point.
I'd also like to say, because this is a maintenance port, I would suggest that this has -1 difficulty, because this is like I've given him intrusive access
Yeah,
to me.
this is
-2. Anyway.
Yeah, this is a not a difficult task for you to do. It's not a contested role because, as you said, you're handing it over to Marvin and allowing him.
Yeah, this is my maintainer's port.
Okay.
Have full access on this, but he just said he had -2 on difficulty anyway. So
And just for authenticity's sake, 4 successes.
If you weren't already maxed out on action points, you would be now. So, in this case, yes, that has been loaded, and you do it seamlessly, so that within 30 seconds you've got Hal hooked up to the truck. He now recognizes your commands. You didn't add Rockclaw to that list, just yourself? Yep, okay. So Hal, that has been loaded. And as far as you're concerned, you're ready to roll.
basically, what will happen here is that what I'd like to happen here, master of the dungeon, so to speak. We're in a road, but fine. I would like to automate the vehicle's functions and but provide automatic truck protection, ATP. And what that is the driver still has command, steering, acceleration, braking, but I intervene if I see we're not going to stop in time when I estimate distances or whatever. Maybe there's a perception check there or whatever, but I'd like to basically perform automatic truck protection. So I'll stop you from going too fast, from rolling away.
Oh, you got the controlled cruise control.
Yeah, if you're veering off the road, I'll pull it just nudge it back a little bit.
The annoying little beep.
It's kind of like in the racing games. I'm basically kind of keeping you online.
I'm thinking
it's-
Super
that's
Mario
what I
Kart
like to-
when you've got beginner mode turned on. Yes.
Yeah, noting also that my perception's garbage. So perhaps if there's something that's particularly challenging, it's going to be hard to say whether or not. But certainly from
You actually kick in.
my intent is to perform that function.
Okay.
I got a
So the
bad
driver
memory
feels
here
like
that
they're driving.
this happened with Tesla back when I was younger, but things went wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah, but they can self-drive now, so anything.
All
Where
right.
I
So
am in that range, hard to say.
So Abby, are you staying in the cab with Rotclaw, or are you hopping back into your power armor? And
I'll get out because Marvin's done this.
Okay.
Well, I don't know that this has happened because
Yeah,
this has happened behind my back and I'm still in the cab. So
Yeah, this is on the slide.
someone's going to have to tell me that potentially something has changed. But other than that, I'm still sitting here waiting for Rotclaw to get in and drive.
Yep. So are you staying in the cab?
I've done what I've done.
Yeah. The question is, Abby, are you staying in the cab while Rotclaw hops in and drives, or are you hopping back into your power armor?
I assume that's what I'm doing. Staying in the cab.
Alrighty. So in which case, Rotclaw, if you can give me an agility plus outdoorsman.
Agility. Agility. 2 fails.
2 fails.
Yep. And I just shrug my head down, get out of the car, and
No,
go.
don't you? HAL 9001, can you give me a perception plus repair in this case?
Yep. 5 and an 8, which is perception plus repair. Oh, so that's going to be 1 success.
1 success is enough. The truck starts. You kick it over remotely, so Rotclaw, as far as you're concerned, it started fine. There's no issues. You drive it out around the corner. The next corner, following behind Marvin's ute. So Marvin, it's just you in the ute now, is that correct?
It seems like it.
Mm-hmm.
Got the radio on, windows down.
You got your tunes going.
Wind in my hair.
This is nice.
All right, so you proceed picking the best route between heavy puddles of water and mud, snaking between all of these different things that you're seeing along the way. You start to make some good time. You're not moving fast, but you're moving an extremely large load, and you're bringing 2 decent working vehicles back to Abby's Chuckle Hut. So it's worth taking your time. It comes around. Eventually, it hits midnight. You're all starting to get tired at this point. Are you wanting to stop and camp out for the night, or are you wanting to continue through the night?
I've fallen asleep already.
So, Abby's resting.
I just keep driving.
Yep.
But my eyes, my eyelids are slowly going down, and I have to wake myself back up. And
and I say to I sort of lean over and I say, Rotclaw, I was scanning my pre-war archives, and I understand that the best thing for being tired while driving large trucks is drugs. Might I suggest that yourself and Mertravere try drugs in order to continue, given that is the orders of the
Cut to Marvin
leader?
in the ute taking some buff out, just casually.
The whole
suggest
flicking
you
it
won't
up in the air and then catching it with your mouth.
Yeah, Marvin might already be having drugs. I don't know.
I don't
Actually,
have
don't think
any drugs left.
Perhaps we stop and see if flash your lights and see if Marvin can stop and provide you with some drugs.
Rotclaw, can you even find the switch that makes the lights change?
No.
Hal, you kick in the
Yeah, yeah.
lights.
Yeah. No, I'll flash the lights and I'll stop the truck.
I'll stop. I'll get out. I'll walk over to the truck. Okay, guys, what's up? What's up?
Okay.
What's up? Why? What's going on?
Well, I have some jet that I could provide, although it's a
Oh, hell yeah,
short-term
give me
fix.
that.
But we need drugs. Absolutely, sir. And I give you the jet.
Great.
Of
Yeah.
course, so that's just one unit of jet.
Jet.
And I say, sir, might I suggest a regime where yourself and Rocklaw take some drugs so that we might continue the mission in a timely manner?
Yeah. Big guy, you want some drugs? Here's some buffer. Here you go. Basically, put the buff out in Rockclaw's mouth, shut his mouth for him. Come on, yeah.
In this case, we're going to be considering buff out is essentially speed.
Right.
So if you're willing to use one buff out per 6 hours of travel, you can stave off exhaustion for this time.
Yeah, what's that do to a super mutant?
Super mutant, I mean, it makes you feel strong and alive and awake.
Okay.
You're
That's great.
yeah, I mean, you're already strong and alive. You're just not very awake, so that just solves that third one for you. Abby is probably snoring against the passenger side window. In this setup, Hal, I'm saying that you're actually charging via the truck. So you would be able to stave off anything through the night as well. He's already asleep.
Great. Okay, we all good? We're good? All right, I'm gonna go.
That's cool.
I'll
Cool.
jet my way back to the car. Slam the door open, slam it shut. Go!
I've just got this picture of this, that massive puff of vape smoke coming out of your your driver's side window. Although that's
cigarettes before while we was leaving the
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm feeling great.
You're just on a constant trickle charge, so it's like nothing's changing for you.
Yeah, we're basically all on speed. I'm like fully engaged and powered. These guys are fully engaged and powered. It's a good time.
Abby's sleeping
Life is
through
a
it.
highway. I want to ride it all night long.
The lesson
I'm
is
playing
always
that.
take drugs.
Now
Yeah.
that is a choice that you need to make. Are you, as a group, going to be navigating back towards the highway to try to get through the most open areas that you know of,
Yeah,
or
right for highway.
are you wanting to try to pick through the suburbs on the way back and sticking to
Did we
smaller
come the
streets?
highway last time?
You came down the highway until you had to break off at a service road where it got flooded further southeast of where you are now.
Oh, fuck. We're in a prime mover in a trailer. We can't be in the burbs. We got to get to highway, eh?
Yeah, I mean, we're all hopped up on speed, so
That's true.
I feel like we'd all naturally go to the highway.
All right, so who's holding on to the map in this case? Because you've got one
Me.
physical map between the group. So Marvin, are you even stopping driving as you're reading the map, or are you just like draped across the steering wheel?
No.
Yep, draped. Full terrible driver mode of just nothing bad could ever happen.
Can I try to overtake Marvin, being that I've like got this little perk of energy?
in the suburbs, I'm gonna say you can't even build up enough speed to get past this little ute that's like zipping between
Okay.
everything. That's a well-maintained, looked after, small, light vehicle in comparison. You're in a big, heavy, just got started for the first time in 200 years semi-trailer. So until you get to the highway, you wouldn't be able to build up enough speed to do anything like that.
Okay.
I mean, you can certainly try, but it's just you're going to find that you have no speed in the vehicle.
No problem.
All right. So we go another 6 hours of driving. Everything you've taken has started to wear off. You're not feeling that buzz anymore, Rockclaw.
And I can sense it because my frequency of interventions is rising.
Yep.
And I'd say, to Rockclaw, sir, might have to consider more drugs. You're starting to fade. I flash the lights at Mertravere again. Hopefully he
Same
hasn't zigged and
idea.
zagged his way off in the distance.
Marvin pops a pill, runs over to the truck. More.
I do understand, sir, that drugs do start to have lesser effect. So I would be curious to notice if you're having as much of an up to counter this down.
I've never been down.
You should wait a
That's
moment.
the secret. You just keep taking more.
So at this point, Abby, you would be waking up when Marvin's leaning across you, shoving drugs in Rotclaw's face.
Hey, what are you doing? Get off me.
Don't worry. Hey, whoa. I'm just feeding the super mutants some treats. Yeah, treats.
Have you taken any?
And I just run away laughing back to the ute.
So all of you will be starting to get quite hungry, and in the case of the people taking speed, quite thirsty as well. Are you stopping to eat and drink? Are you eating and drinking on the way?
I just drank 5 things of water.
I'm still high, so yeah, I mean, I'm taking the water while I'm driving. Driving with my knees, got the sandwich with one hand, water bottle with the other.
So, Rotclaw and Marvin, you need to consume 2 water instead of 1.
Oh, I did 5.
Okay.
I was thirsty.
You are a super mutant.
And
Super mutant.
everybody needs to consume 1 ration as well. So one water for Abby and Hal. 2 water for the other 2. And 1 ration each.
Yep.
As 6 a.m. rolls around, Marvin, the sky's starting to turn to a mid-grey instead of a black. And you are just about to start turning off to go towards the closest bit of highway. You've managed to pick your way through the nastiest stuff once you figured out where you were. And up ahead, you do see a couple of people standing in the road. They've got their backs to you.
I try to run them over.
So
See them as targets.
I don't intervene. I'm protecting the truck, not the people.
protecting the truck.
Yeah, Marvin was gonna stop to collaborate with them guys, so the truck just overtakes me.
Okay, so you've pulled off to the side, and the truck's gunning it straight at them.
And watching that, I'm like, all right, let's go, and I'll speed up after the truck.
Abby, so the truck is now in front. Abby, you are sitting in the passenger seat watching this happen. You are barreling towards 2 people with their backs to you in the road.
Okay. So, hang on. What happened? I just blanked.
Rocklaw's about to run over some people.
So you're
So
making.
you-
Okay, so he hasn't actually jumped out of the vehicle. We're not like.
No, he's
There is-
driving the truck at two people that he's seen standing in the road further down.
No, it's currently
120K
homicide.
I just got to go. Hey, break.
They said
Understood,
something about my
ma'am.
mother.
No,
You didn't hear shit. Hit the brake.
Truck protection's kicked in. I'm braking.
And I hit
as
the
ordered.
accelerator.
Unfortunately, there's a throttle and brake interlock, and brake always takes precedence.
So the ATP cuts in, and the truck, you're still far enough away, calmly comes to a stop. Marvin, are you stopping next to them? You were speeding up to catch up.
Yeah, I'm pulling up beside. What's going on?
All right, give me just a second to set up a scene. Alrighty. Let's see if I've positioned this all right. Pretty close. All right. So you've managed to pull the truck up. You've got Abby and Rotclaw inside the cab. You've got Marvin inside the ute. You have two people who, as you were approaching, I will get everybody to give me a perception plus small guns roll, please.
Ooh, baby.
Which, lacking Rusty.
One success.
One success. Anybody else get any successes?
One success.
One fail, one critical fail.
You are peeking like crazy, Rotclaw. You didn't notice shit.
Can I open fire?
You haven't even got out of the cab yet.
I still think they said something about my mother.
Why would you
That wasn't the
care?
question.
So Marvin, with your windows down, as you pulled up, you heard a gunshot, single, loud, from the two, and they've now turned to see this truck pull up, and both of these individuals are now just hands on guns, waiting to see what you do.
Shit, what's the password again? Yell out thunder.
Thunder. Na, 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 na.
No reaction.
No reaction. The two of them
Alright,
take a step back away from you, but they're not
release the,
moving away.
I release the brake application, but I don't accelerate.
Okay.
So the truck
Just
the
starts to
truck's,
roll forward.
Well, my foot's still on the
Well-
accelerator.
Okay.
All right. I yell out, identify yourselves.
And the two of them seeing this truck start to move. One of them gives you the big finger. And they both jump up over the car, moving away from the truck as it rolls forward. Toppling everyone as it goes.
All right. I'm going to start driving and trying to get behind them.
Okay, so you're just going to gun it? Try to...
Gonna
Okay, sorry. Behind them as in behind the people or behind the truck?
people.
All right. So, in this scenario, I'm going to say that the ute, in that case, can move to extreme range in one turn. You would easily be able to catch up to them.
And since my window's already down, got the submachine gun in my hand and take a shot.
Just opening
Drive
up on
by.
them. Well, you've identified they're not friendlies. Okay.
Fuck them. They flip me off.
All right, give me an attack roll. This is going to be higher difficulty because you're firing it sideways, drive-by style from a moving vehicle.
Have you still got the effect of your drugs, though?
Yeah, I was going to say, don't we still have the effects of drugs?
I am allowing you to use it as speed for 6 hours, but the static effects of it only last an hour.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wait.
you had to make it like anally
two
in order to get the
successes.
long-term effects.
2 6.
Critical success.
Okay, are you firing at the closest one or the furthest one away?
Closest.
Okay. All right, roll damage.
2, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, 4 damage.
Okay, so you're moving too fast to really aim up on them properly and give them a full burst, but you managed to get a couple of shots into the closest one. All right, going into initiative order now. Abby, you are inside the cab of the truck, which is now starting to roll forward. You've just seen Marvin speed off and try to cut these guys off and start shooting at them.
Alright, so you get out.
You're getting out of a moving vehicle.
It's
It's not moving fast, but
Get
it's...
No, it's fine.
You
I'm
have
gonna-
no
I'm
armor
gonna
on
use-
currently?
Yeah, I'm going to use.
What did you just call me?
I said you
Yeah, I
have
know,
no
right?
armor on
Wow.
currently.
Yeah, okay.
Different.
Likely story.
Holy crap! That'll be a conversation for later. I use the truck's controls to open the door. If God willing, Abby tries to push out Rockclaw, and he follows orders.
Okay, so Abby, as you hop out of the passenger door, the driver's door opens as well, the opposite side. First
I
off,
simply look at it and go, okay. And I kick at Rotclaw and kick him out.
I feel like that's not a good thing.
Let's do
All right. Rotclaw is out on the street. Are you
No
wanting?
contest. He doesn't even get the challenge being pushed out of a
He
moving car.
is focused on these guys. He's obviously hugging the wheel, staring face up against the windscreen, wanting to kill these people already. He already stated he had his foot to the floor with the accelerator.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say his focus is elsewhere.
I rolled a 5 to save the truck's maneuver there.
Are you pulling it
depending on
up or are you continuing it?
I just stopped it from as he's falling out, he's obviously wrenching on the wheel.
Ah, yes.
So-
Okay, so you're just trying to hold
what it-
onto it. Yep.
Yeah, presuming that's like a perception. If it was a perception roll, then it'd be a 1 success.
One success. Yes.
It kind of feels like it would fit best.
So we've
Let's
got
say
a few different things
I was
going on
able to
here.
brake the truck.
So yes, you're able to maintain control of the truck. Hal. Rotclaw has been pushed out onto the street. Abby has jumped out into the street. Abby, you still have your movement and a major action at this point.
Yep. I was going to jump onto the back of the truck and grab my armor.
Okay, that will cost you your both to get into your armor.
Mm-hmm. And then walk as close as I can.
That's pretty much you're going to be able to jump back down.
All right, that's it.
Up next is Rotclaw. You've just been pushed out of the truck into the street.
So I'm still on speed, so technically I'm just going to start running as fast as I can at them.
You're just running at them.
At them.
You would be able to close the distance, ignoring the dead body that they've just killed someone. Are you attacking them?
I'm just going to run as fast as I can at them and like tackle them to the ground.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, in which case, that'll be a contested roll. If you can roll, shit. What did I make tackle? Was that agility or strength?
and
Strength plus
athletics, isn't it?
athletics. Yep. Yeah. I don't know why I'm bothering to roll.
My 2 favorite. 2 successes.
Versus 1 success. So you managed to tackle the closest. Both of you go prone. In your case, I will allow you to make an unarmed strike as well as part of that tackle.
Perfect.
So if you want to
1
just
success.
roll damage.
Six, 5, 5, 4.
Okay, easy. So you smash into this person, tackling them into the mud.
And
on the
as
side of
I
the road.
do that, I'm like, don't you fucking talk about my mother like that.
Wasn't your mother a vat?
They're not created in
I'm,
vats.
I'm currently high at the moment, so I'm like, I don't really know what's going on.
As opposed to when you're sober and you don't know what's going on.
Correct.
All right, up next is Marvin. You have just come flying around the corner. You've
Seeing the
surprised them
trucks.
by shooting at them from a moving vehicle.
And seeing the truck still moving towards me, as far as I'm aware, I'm going to keep moving a little bit forward
Mm-hmm.
and sort of spin on the spot so I can shoot again at the same guy I shot originally.
Okay, so you've just carried on your momentum. You're still inside the cab, shooting at the same one. Yep, so roll for me. You're still in a moving vehicle at this point.
2 successes.
Easy. So roll damage.
4, 5, 2, 3.
Alrighty. So, do you want to spend an extra ammunition and hold down the trigger and try to hit the one that Rotclaw has just tackled as well? Keeping in mind you will possibly hit Rotclaw in this case, because they're all in a bunch.
I'm
Right,
willing to
I'm
take
on-
that risk.
Yeah, I'm on speed, it's fine.
So am I.
All right. Roll me a just a straight d6.
6. 3.
You manage to hit your target. So you cut it across, dodging shots with Rotclaw in between, expertly plugging laser fire into both of these individuals. All right. Hal 9001, you're up next.
This is a complicated scenario.
Okay. Are you detaching from the truck or are you staying connected?
Oh, I'm staying in the truck. Fuck, I'm not a psycho that jumps off moving trucks.
So it's still rolling forward. I'm saying you're the one in control of this at this point in time. So
yeah,
it's now
that's fine.
Hit the car.
Yep. Good. I was going to do that anyway. Can I to the left attempt to run over the person that Rockclaw has tackled? I'm not super concerned
Okay,
about hitting Rockclaw, but I'm not trying to hit him. I'm trying to hit the person he's tackled.
Okay, you've got a dead body, Rotclaw, and a car between the truck and the person that he's tackled. He's tackled them.
Relevant because I'm going to smash that out of the way.
That's smashed through. If you would like to spend both actions and roll a d6 for me.
And for what it's worth, I'm also happy to use up to 5 action points for this.
That's your call.
I'm really putting in a big effort for this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're trying to dodge Rotclaw and smash through everything in the way and hit this person.
Yeah, but I'm not trying hard to dodge Rotclaw. I really want to, but I do really want to run this dude over.
Yep. So first thing, if you can give me a d6 roll before we
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So your aim is clear. You know who you're aiming for. If you can give me now, how are we working this? Because this is not you perceiving, this is you inputting exactly what you want to do, so you're not reacting to anything. So that's probably more of an intelligence.
I think so, yeah. Unfortunately for a very dumb robot, it's intelligence. And maybe athletic. I don't know.
I'm thinking intelligence plus science because you're trying to control this truck in a very specific way and trying to do a very technical maneuver.
Dice rolls.
Okay, so you're using 5 action points.
My luck hasn't, and I'm assuming my luck hasn't reset at any point in this campaign tonight.
No, it does not reset.
Yep, that's all right. All right, so 5 action points being used.
Consumed. Yep.
All right, I have 3 successes currently. Let me just have a think for a moment. I'm going to use a luck to re-roll one of them.
Yep.
No further successes, so that's 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, so Rotclaw, can you give me an agility plus athletics? If you are in a state where you are wanting to roll out of the way of this truck.
2 critical fails.
Yep. So, Hal, you succeed in driving through this car. It goes tumbling off. This guy gets thrown from the top of it. You succeed in dragging this around the corner and outright.
Oh, I didn't fall off, did I?
Look, it's that's cosmetic only. You've managed to run over the head of this chick. You have also hit Rotclaw.
Yep.
Now, first thing, where is it going to be hit?
Where is it going to be hit? It has a name.
They Where are they going to be hit? You go straight over Rotclaw's torso.
Mm-hmm.
Let me...
That's right. He's built like a Mack truck.
He's also on speed. He won't feel anything.
He won't feel it now, but he's going to feel it later. So
Yeah, that's
that is 11 physical damage to Rotclaw.
yep. Flesh wound.
And you have just outright murdered this woman in the street. You've tackled her into the street
It's
and
a
then
murder.
run her down deliberately with a semi-trailer.
Well, they
Correct.
shouldn't have been standing in the road. Very dangerous.
First thing this guy is going to do after getting thrown from the top of this car is he is going to get up and absolutely book it down the road. He is just running like hell from you guys. He's been shot up and he's just watched his acquaintance get murdered. He's not hanging around. Abby, your turn. You've got into your power armor. Hal has left you for dust.
Wouldn't she have been on the back of the
No,
car?
no,
Back
she-
of the
she
front?
No, I got off.
Oh, okay.
I got off before I started moving. Alright, so it was only the two of them. Yeah, let him go. He won't survive for long on his own.
All right. Rockclaw, you've just been run over by a truck.
Walk it off.
So,
I'll try to
Rockclaw,
get up.
you will also take a torso injury.
Internal bleeding. Lose 3 HP per turn.
So,
Nice.
at the start of your turn, lose another 3 HP.
Yep.
So, if you want to get up, that'll be your minor action to stand.
I'll try anyway.
Yep. You're probably not doing well.
Oh no, I'm not.
What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna like stand here and can I see the guy running still?
You've probably got the cab of the truck has obscured your view for most of it. I would not think that you would have perceived that necessarily. And as far as you can tell, like, this is a moment where this truck is still in motion going past you.
Oh, okay.
So whether you want to move away from it as the trailer follows around the corner.
Yeah, let's just try to get out of the way of it.
So which way do you want to go?
Left.
Okay, towards Nuka-Cola machine?
Yep.
Yep. So if we say you can run that far. All right, Marvin, your turn.
Alright, I want to chuck it in. If I chuck this in reverse, can I catch up to the guy running?
I'm saying that this thing can move to extreme range. She's a pretty nimble little ute. I would say yes if you're willing to spend both your actions.
Yep.
You would be able to.
I want to run this guy over.
Elfman, just remember, you accuse us of being murder hobos. I'm not part of it. I think we know the guilty parties.
Yes, yes.
Hey, they flipped me off.
He gets really upset about that. All right. So in which case, you're driving on mirrors alone here, so that's if you're just going in reverse. We'll go an agility and outdoorsman roll.
Agility and outdoors.
Are you using any action points? You have one left.
Gonna burn that action point.
Yep.
So that is 2 successes.
2 successes is enough. This one is not a semi-trailer, so I'm rolling less dice. Fucking hell. So you slam it into reverse. Don't even stop as you go over him, and then slam, coming to a stop into this car that is in the street. You leave a red smear on the road where this guy was.
Meanwhile, I see this happening and go, whoa, whoa, whoa! Ah, shit. I wanted to see where he would go.
He went on the road. And my windscreen.
He ruled the road now. Jesus.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
The
we
time
killed
for the
that happy
thing?
couple. I'm glad we installed that in you, Hal.
Did you not mean to do that?
that was not me. That was definitely
I
Elfman. That was for horribly murdering 2 people in the street. You can have 1 experience. As I'm presuming that you're bringing the truck to a halt, Elfman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's basically the whole.
Yep.
I
Okay.
think that's probably time.
That's the point where we're going to end tonight. Oh, fucking shit.
It's a good ending.
Oh,
Everyone's happy.
I've now learnt why Fallout doesn't have vehicles in it.
Yeah.
Because you use them as murder weapons. Oh,
Armageddon, baby.
oh God.
Sesh. I enjoyed that. That was a good sesh.
Good. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks for running that. I gotta run.